In previous videos, I explained you how you can create a dashboard from scratch or using a template, how you set preset filters to scope the data within your dashboard to a particular, for example, control plane, and how you share this dashboard to teams via the new dashboard view role. But we all know as your platform scales, so does the need for consistency and automation. Manually building dashboards, as I've done in my previous videos, might have worked for one team, but what about 10 teams or 100 teams, or every time you actually need to onboard a new team into Konnect? And that's where automation comes in. And with Konnect API or Terraform provider, you can define dashboards as code. You can version them, you can reuse them, and you can roll them out as part of your internal workflows. It's the same way you manage your infrastructure today, right? Now just extend it to how you monitor it and your APIs. So let me show you how to automate dashboard creation during team onboarding using Terraform. So I'm already logged into my Konnect account, and I'm going to navigate over to analytics and dashboards. In my previous videos, I already created a dashboard. And we know most customers, most of you, will probably not go in and actually create a dashboard from scratch using code. Right? Most customers we spoke to actually using the user interface first to generate a template of a dashboard that satisfy their requirements. And that is what I've done here. I've done everything that fits my current needs. I basically have a bunch of graphs that show service health and performance. I added a preset filter that currently scopes this dashboard to the catalog team. I could have chosen any control plane in here because we will make this dynamic in the next step. So once I have this dashboard, I now need to integrate this into my existing Terraform workflow. And the way how I do this is first copy and paste the UID of your dashboard. This is an important part. And open your console. And what I have done here, I am actually using an import manifest file that basically defines what Terraform uses to generate a complete manifest file describing your entire dashboard. I'm using the Konnect beta provider, so this is important. The dashboard resource is only supported right now via the Konnect beta provider. I defined a name of the resource and I have the ID here. And Terraform now is using this information, and I'm basically running Terraform plan, and I'm asking Terraform to generate a config with this name out of the import file. I'm quickly doing that. As you can see, something has happened. And if I clear this out for now and go in and list, I actually now have a create dashboard file. This file contains all the information about the dashboard you created. And now what I need to do, I need to integrate this file into my existing workflow. And what I've done here for now is I basically created a little GitHub repository that I use as a source of truth. Here, I basically define everything that needs to be executed to onboard a new team. And then teams come in here to request access to Konnect. And there are different things that I'm executing to onboard new teams. So first and foremost, I actually create a team within Konnect. I assign a user that I invited to the team. Usually that is the team lead. And then I create a control plane and the required permissions for the team to access that control plane. And now this is the file we just generated, right? It's the file that basically has all the information about the dashboard that you're just creating. And the only bits and pieces that are changed within this file is to make the preset filter dynamic. So instead of having the catalog team being a static value in this, I basically assign the new ID of the new control plane that I just created. And then I did some other magic in here. I didn't change any of the shards because I don't have to, but I also basically parameterized the name of the dashboard and basically adding a team label here as well. And then the last step I've done is I basically assigned the viewer role for this team onto this dashboard as well. So now everything is in place. Let's see how that actually is going to work. Let's go back, and I am basically using this example. And usually, basically what would happen is a team would modify this file, and they would then send a pull request. Someone is reviewing the pull request. I'm basically skipping all the steps and just, there's already in here. So I'm not doing anything crazy. Maybe this is the boss backend team now, just changing something, commit those changes. And what happens now is behind the scenes, there's a GitHub workflow. It's now executing Terraform. And basically now Terraform is going through all the different steps. It's creating a plan for what needs to be created. And as you can see, there's a lot. We have 6 resources that need to be created. Then it's doing the apply, and it's cleaning up everything. And at some point, we are done, right? So this is already great, right? And when I go back to the actual Konnect organization I have, I go back to dashboards, and now I have also WASP backend team service dashboard. As you can see here, it's also scoped to the new control plane using this UIT. And because it's a complete new dashboard, obviously there's nothing in here that actually has any traffic. So everything is set in place. Double checking, there's also now a control plane with the same UID. So everything seems to be fine. And if I now go in and log in as the team lead, I can now actually see the new control plane popping up. If I go to analytics, I can also see the one dashboard that's being created. And I can now add filters on top, as I explained in the previous video. So now every time a new team requests access to Konnect, they're going through this entire workflow using Terraform. They get all the resources that are defined by the platform engineering team, including a dashboard that is ready to use, built in, and has all the required information that they need to successfully monitor their API usage. Really excited about this feature, and I hope you like it as well. And if you don't use Terraform, don't be afraid. There's still a way for you to do that. We also have a public API that you can basically run to get everything that you need. Simply download the JSON definition. So if I go back in here to my dashboard, you can also export a JSON definition of it. It is not a Terraform, it's a JSON definition, and you can just post it, and you can use other tools that you may have at your disposal if you don't use Terraform. So fully automation, regardless of what tool you use.